one other thing I wanted to see. With everything out of the way, let's react to HeroHei with Collective Shout just made the worst response possible.
So this is hilarious. Collective Shout is in the news once again because their co-founder, Melinda Tankard-Reist, had the bright idea to make a tweet about what exactly? Gamergate. Yeah, they're pulling the Gamergate card. Melinda Tankard-Reist says on Twitter, Gamergate on steroids, quote unquote. Abuse of small all-women team Collective Shout documented by @OnlineHate.
Is it bad that I like the goblins with the skull laptop? I actually like those. But fuck Collective
this
Shout.
Link right here and the bold text right there at the top saying Gamergate returns. So yeah.
It never stopped. It never stopped.
Yeah, this is pathetic. It reminds me of when Sweet Baby Inc. was in the news cycle, and gaming journalists were running to their defense. And the journos kept trying to bring Gamergate back by saying things like, Gamergate is back, but just as hateful as before. Meet Gamergate 2. Even the rhetoric is similar to Melinda's tweet, where she essentially said, gamers are abusing a small all-women team.
Abusing? No. They're just using the same weapons you used against the payment company to get back at you for taking away the games and trying to go even further by going after Detroit Become Human, which literally has more humanity than any of those Karens will ever have.
Compared to how in the context of SBI, journalists were saying stuff like, hateful gamers are targeting small DI firms. They constantly try and frame these organizations out as small and weak because the truth, the reality of what's going on is terrible.
Yeah, small and weak and pressured a fucking credit card company, 2 credit card companies, to pressure Steam and itch.io to delete their filthy horny games. Yeah.
For their optics. Allow me
very
to explain.
weak and small.
The reality is individual gamers are criticizing these organizations, and
yes,
by default, these organizations already have more power than individual gamers. But on top of that, they also have their journalist buddies at major corporations and even government support all backing them. In other words, the reality hurts the narrative where they're trying to paint themselves out as these weak victims. So to counter that, these organizations constantly try and bring Gamergate back, to group all gamers together as some unified force that they then label as a massive harassment campaign. It's extremely disingenuous, and like I said earlier, also just absolutely pathetic. And so that takes us back to Melinda Tankard-Reist's tweet here, and this article from @OnlineHate, which is some organization in Australia, no surprise.
What? @OnlineHate? Wait. Huh?
We're going to take a look at that article because it's hilarious how desperate these people are to try and manipulate the narrative as mentioned. But first, let's take a look at some of the responses that Melinda is getting to her tweet here. We got Madam Savvy laughing, saying you had to cover my face because you can't show a woman is disagreeing with you. Wait, did that freaking actually happen? I know they've already been in denial about like women criticizing them, including Madam Savvy, which we've talked about before many times in the past. But
no, women are on our side. All of the women are on our side. Oh no. Censoring even Madam Savvy. Oh my god.
Wait, did they actually like include a tweet? I'm assuming this is what happened. They include a tweet from Madam Savvy and then like block her profile pic because again they don't want to show a woman is disagreeing with them. Okay, you know what? We're going to go right to the article now. That's just way too funny. And so, yeah, that's exactly what happened. This is a tweet from Madam Savvy. As you can see, they have not just censored her profile pic, but they also censored her username. Oh, we can't show Madam Savvy on there. We can't show evidence of women also criticizing us. That would
that's
go against
fucking
our
hilarious. Thank you very much for that.
Gamer chud men. And they also censored other people's profile pics and username here. I believe, in my opinion, that they're doing this so they don't have to show evidence of women criticizing them, and also because they want to try and use this as a virtue signal via proxy, aka, look, we remove the username and and profile pic of people because we don't want them to be harassed. Why aren't
I don't know why, but I always prefer Kick to Twitch. Also, Morning Moomy! Morning Iron! We looked at Buy Now, Pay Later before, and now we're at the Collective Shout embarrassing themselves. So that's a good change of pace. Good morning and welcome to this dumbass show of people being retarded. By the way, there is a new redeem on Twitch. You might want to check that one out.
And other people doing that for us. It's obviously a ridiculous standard. People are going to talk about the things that Collective Shout says, and they have all the right to post who said that specifically and like who they're specifically talking about and or criticizing. For example, if people are criticizing a tweet from Melinda Tankard-Reist, they're going to show that tweet in full, including the username and profile pic. To expect someone to censor that stuff is ridiculous, and it only ends up helping them if people follow that ridiculous standard, because now we're missing context, and context is obviously important. Let's check out this conclusion that they wrote at the end. It reads,
Conclusion,
the Online
fuck
Hate
you.
Prevention Institute has been shocked by both the extreme nature and the volume of the content we have seen attacking Collective Shout, the women who work there, and those that serve on its board of directors. The connect comes from accounts across multiple platforms. In some cases, new throwaway accounts have been created in an effort to anonymously post threats while trying to avoid any consequences. These are serious cases of cyber harassment, and there needs to be government response.
Again, these are individual gamers who are just angry you took away their Gooner games. While I don't support the Gooner games themselves, we need to leave them on the platforms for the simple reason if you censor those, you censor other things. It is bad that we can't even, you know, with a good heart, a true heart, say, okay, those games are actually bad. Because we can't trust you! You will fuck us over and over again. You'll just bend us over and stick your dildo dick in our ass and saying, yeah, you're gonna love this fucking DEI bedridden game and shove it down your throat. That's what you're gonna do. I hate this. I hate this. Yeah, go after fucking Detroit Become Human. Again, has more humanity than any of you Karens will ever have. Again, what the fuck? I love the retard watch segments. Yes, it's good.
Including international cooperation between law enforcement agencies. These threats are not free speech, not even in the US, where some of the trolls clearly come from. This excuse me. This is an evolving story, and we will continue to provide support to Collective Shout and to monitoring the situation. Misinformation, misogyny, violent.
I'm sorry, but Collective Shout, you mean the group of people that pressured a credit card company with billions of dollars to like pressure Steam and itch.io into deleting certain games? Yeah, those are just weak women. You're right. They're just really weak. We can't afford. You know, we gotta support them. And fucking retards, man. I hate
I'm like
them.
rubbing my eyes right now, bro. Like, am I seeing things? Like, did I just crawl out of a freaking like time capsule from 2016? Like, what is going on here? This sort of gaslighting has failed so many times in the past, and instead of learning from that, they just try the same exact playbook. And while they shouldn't be getting
because it'll work eventually. The Gooning games self-isolate themselves from the rest of the stuff, but I also think America's ESRB is cringe as hell, indeed. Visa and credit cards update their policy. They now let you buy something if it's legal. And they are legal in other terms. They lied. Yes.
Threats. Their example
We've
of
looked at those
are
videos
only
as
these
well.
two tweets right here that essentially got no engagement. I mean, one has 3 likes, the other has 10 likes.
We need a new Luigi. What the fuck do you mean by that? No? I'm not saying that we should put Sydney funnel webs in her shoes. What I'm saying is that it'd be extremely funny if someone did. What the fuck?
In other words, it seems like they're...
Hold on. For the record, I don't believe any of what's happening is in the genuine interest of protecting kids. It's fascism and in a shit disguise. I'm just mad, and there are too many sources of anguish. I'm tired of waking up every morning expecting to see the final headline that says we can't make art. Damn. Mangiani. We gotta get fake Luigi, bro. We gotta get trans Luigi. I'm
They're
telling
really
you right
making
now.
mountains out of
He's not
molehills
gonna
for
be
the sake
green
of
anymore.
Trying to dismiss all the criticism that they are getting, and trying to paint it all out as like threats and harassment, etc., etc. It's very disingenuous stuff, in my opinion. Because there are tweets with thousands of likes that have been criticizing them with very reasonable, valid points. And again, they're not addressing that stuff. They're just trying to paint all of the responses out as hate and harassment and threats, despite the fact that the great majority of responses they're getting, probably 99% of them, is, as mentioned, valid, reasonable criticism. But I'm starting to sound like a broken record a little bit. You get the point, surely. So let's...
Yeah, no, we have to be a broken record. We gotta preface every time, those are good points, those are just critiques, they are not hate comments. Maybe 10% of them are hate comments, but you can't say the majority are, because they're not. We gotta say it over and over again, because otherwise people will think it's actually just hate comments at some point. People will be gaslit into thinking that. Luigi Manguini, that guy who shot the CEO of United Health Insurance and is doing... Oh, they're talking about it. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Oh, shit, I thought they just... That makes so much more sense. They would say something like that, wouldn't they? That guy who shot the CEO of United Healthcare Insurance and is doing so only made things worse off. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God, I didn't even realize because I didn't know the name. Oh, God. Oh, shit. That makes so much more sense. We need another... Oh, God. Fuck.
Let's go back to the responses they're getting here on this tweet that Melinda made. We already saw Madam Savvy laughing at them, saying you have to cover my face because you can't show a woman is disagreeing with you. Ha ha ha. And let's take a look at some others.
You and your hive of screeching hags are not victims. You are self-righteous narcissistic busybodies who effed around and didn't want to find out because you've been used to avoiding accountability and consequences by rolling out the buzzword sexist, misogynist, hate speech, Nazi, and fascist. Yeah, more of that on Tuesday. That bad.
Excuse me, if anything, the abusers are collective shout.
Yes.
You claimed you are a small all-women team, huh? Would you care to explain these names? Board of Directors, Martin Splitter, Chair, Male Australian.
Yes. Yes.
Craig Rowley, Treasurer, Male Australian. Dr.
Craig, what you're doing there?
Ray Obeler, Managing Director and Secretary.
Hold on. All right, we're back. All right.
Australian. Rob, oh my gosh. Robin McNamara, CTO female. I wasn't planning on like reading all this, but you can clearly see there seems to be a lot of male members. I want to take a look at this one too, but I wanted to wait because I had to like click show more. Let's take a look at it now though. You and your hive of screeching hags are not victims.
Oh,
you are
he's tweeting it as well.
narcissistic busybodies who messed around and didn't want to find out because you've been used to avoiding accountability and consequences by rolling out the buzzwords sexist,
harassment,
etc. to try and make you sound like victims. You are not victims. You are a bunch of miserable, intrusive Karens. Oh,
Indeed.
Next you're going to see them trying to make Karen a slur. Watch.
They've already tried.
No way though, right? But like, could you imagine?
No, they tried. They're trying still. There's so many Reddit Karens that are trying that shit. It's actually fucking insane.
Continue to learn why you should have left gamers the heck alone. Go away, sweetheart. More or less. What else we got here? You started a war against an entire generation's culture. You do realize you're not going to win this war, right? You guys really need to get a new name for when you abuse your authority over gamers. Ma'am, this isn't even Gamergate Jr. This will be the last one I read, I think. I want to read this whole thing. Let's take a look at it. It already seems like bro's kind of cooking a little bit here. Ma'am, this is not even Gamergate Jr. You and this website don't even understand what Gamergate was. Oh, and I said bro, my bad, okay. I'm a 43-year-old woman. I've been gaming my entire life. My 64-year-old mother was a gamer before me. Based much?
Wow, based, yeah, goddamn.
These two based ladies here. The only reason you are getting attacked, quote unquote, is because you chose to get involved in stuff that is, frankly, none of your business.
Yes.
You have chosen to leverage government and corporations to exert control over people who want nothing to do with you and literally wouldn't care you existed until you chose to interfere with their chosen hobbies. Yeah, it goes exactly back to what I said with how these organizations with powerful friends, to put it simply, try to manipulate the narrative and make themselves seem like these weak victims when that's...
Oh yeah, also protect cuties on Netflix. Yeah, that too. Let's not leave that one out.
You'll cry and say it's for the children or for women's rights, but I'm telling you right now, you are interfering with my rights.
Yes.
I may not play the games you've had taken down, but I'm well aware it's only a matter of time before you are interfering with games I play.
Yep.
Games that have...
COD, too violent, guns. Berserk. Oh, you can't have these grown-up themes where people die, get corrupted, and demons and religion. No, that's no banned. Dark Souls? No, you can't have people be stabbed in the back with a knife. That happens a lot. No. Any female attractive character as a main character in the game? No, that's sexist. That's unrealistic expectations of women's bodies. No. And so on and so forth. You'd get the gist of it, right?
Have literally gotten me through some of the most depressing points in my life that helped me survive. And because you don't like it, you want to remove that.
Same,
that's
buddy,
why you
same.
are quote unquote under attack. It has nothing to do with your sex and everything to do with the fact you came after us first. Worse, you refused to...
Yeah, it's not that you're a woman, it's that you're a retard, basically.
Admit that not all women agree with you. You pull out the same tired BS and deny our ability to self-determine. Leave us alone. Dang, I knew this tweet cooked. I could tell at the beginning. Yeah, this was a great response from the abysmal critic. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I think that's like all the main stuff. Great response to close it out on. What do you think about collective shouts and this damage control with this?
I don't think it's damage control. It's more that they think there's specific opinions of people, specific people that they have to win over. This is not to calm down gamers. Absolutely not. They don't care about our opinions as gamers. They want the general public to be on their side and say collectively, as the name suggests, fuck you. End your game. That's what I believe they're trying to do. I don't think this is damage control. I think this is trying to get people on their sides. I hope it's not working, and I believe it's not working, and that's a good thing. But if they find out how to make it work, we're kind of fucked. I'm telling you right now.
Organization, the Online Hate Prevention Institute in Australia, writing this article, and them all bringing up Gamergate. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a good approach, obviously.
No.
I think this is one of the worst responses they could have went with.
I
and
agree.
They went with it. So yeah, I'll see you in the responses. And if you enjoyed my coverage, please consider liking and or subscribing. It helps out greatly. Appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. This was HeroHei. Leave him a like and subscribe. I already liked. Subscribed I am! And I want to ask you the same. Please like and subscribe on this video as well. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.